Hey, folks. I know I'm not Mike Lafferty, but you know something? I play him on TV. Today we have the second part of our lunchtime test drive with Beach Patrol with system founder, writer, and overall beach boss Alan. How are you, sir?
I'm great, other than it's freezing in my house and I can't find my phone to change the temperature. Hazards of smart living, I suppose.
Oh my goodness! And where on the planet are you?
I live in North Dakota, so it's cold.
Holy crap! Yeah, and you guys have like winds that sweep across and make beach going very uncomfortable.
It's the worst kind of beach you could expect.
And speaking of the worst kind of beach you can expect, we have Dale from the wilds of Canada. Uh-oh.
No, things are fine here. Things are fine here. Beach? What is this beach thing of which you speak? Is that when like the glacial runoff goes charging past my igloo? Yeah, that started.
Yeah. So you're not suntanning and sunbathing out in the water?
Not today. No, not today.
But speaking of not today, we have Tanner Pipe, played by Jason.
Hey, how's it going?
I don't have an answer for that question, as I've only been up for 15 minutes. And Paul, playing the Max.
Hey, and I'm talking to you from New Jersey, where we also don't have a beach. We have the shore.
So what's the difference between the beach and the shore?
It's just, if you're in New Jersey, it's the shore. That is the term. It is.
You guys
if it was anywhere else, it would be the beach.
Right on. Do you guys
anywhere
have
else.
Lifeguards in slow motion in New Jersey?
No, they're all a bit too tipsy for that.
So, Alan, take it away.
All right. So last week we ended with the beach tower exploding in a ball of flames and splinters and everything. We'll have everybody reintroduce their characters real fast, and we'll get going into it. We'll start with Dale.
Oh, I'm Tanya Calypso Bird, and I sort of captain things up over here at Tower Number 4. Pretty businesslike, friendly with the crowds, but I'm I wouldn't say a taskmaster, but my crew knows that I expect the best from them.
Okay. And then we'll move to Paul.
I am playing the Max, who is all about the beach and justice. And right now, as the explosion's going off and the smoke rises into the sky, the Max is trying to stand in such a way as to catch the reflection of the flames in his sunglasses, because that looks pretty cool.
All right, and then we'll go to Jason.
Tanner is a teenage heartthrob and also medical student. And he's recently failed his med exam, so watched the role previously.
Oh, all right, and then we'll go to May Eaton.
May Eaton, a very driven young teenager who prowls the beach with her metal detector, sharp senses, and a sense of truth, trying to put together the clues of the various happenings around the beach, which I am going to need that metal detector because my keys were in that tower.
Yeah. All right, so the explosion has shocked everybody, and with the shock and the surprise going on, your primary suspect, the significant other of the stabbed man, has made a break for it.
Please tell me there's an ATV nearby, or does Tower 1
Oh,
have the only...
She leaps on it and guns the throttle, and in a spray of sand and...
Oh, she leaps on it?
Oh, yeah. And the spray of sand and beach towers, or beach towels and, sunscreen, she streaks off on this ATV.
Is there another ATV?
Of course there is. What kind of beach would it be if we just didn't have loads of random ATVs laying around for years?
Yes. Oh, that's awesome.
I'll go for the model that has skis and pontoons built in, and I'll cut her off by going across the cove. No, okay. I'm looking around. I don't know what I'm doing.
Do they make ATVs that actually have skis and pontoons? I have no idea.
No, I don't think they do, but it would be cool, wouldn't it?
It would. I was going to say, like, is that a thing? Because living in North Dakota, I would have no idea. Yeah. So you can go ahead, give me a standard test, which is 2d6, and remember we're just looking for a single 5 or 6 to be successful.
Sure. I guess the you got that, Dale, or is somebody else jumping on this thing?
No, I thought that May Eaton would find it because she was looking for one anyway, but
yeah.
worked.
Yeah,
And I got no
double up.
successes. So despite my great courage and sensibility, I trip in the sand and fall flat in my face.
All right. The surprise of everything going on causes Tanya to.
Well, a thing just exploded, right?
Right. There's a lot going on, and you don't get to the ATV in time. But she is off.
Can I get on my little walkie-talkie and call over to the next tower and be like, "You gotta head her off."
And there's a click, and you hear Becky. Got it.
Oh no, we're gonna be staged by Becky.
No.
Yeah.
And Becky and her compatriot, whose name I totally just blinked on. Was it the Fabio guy? Was it Jean-Pierre?
Jean-Pierre.
That sounds right. We'll go with Jean-Pierre.
That sounds right, yeah.
If that wasn't his name, it is now.
It is now.
But
You see them streak off on 2 ATVs to intercept the fleeing woman.
I say to Tanya, "Get back on that thing. Let's do this." And then I hop on behind her and get my my what do you call it? My rescue can.
Mm-hmm.
That way I have something to hit somebody with.
all right, I'm jumping on and giving her the revs, and away we go.
All right.
I'll jump on the jet ski and follow the shoreline in the same direction.
I even made my roll this time.
The Max is gonna do the same thing as Tanner, so the two of them can ride side by side, and he'll say, "This must look pretty cool."
All right. So you head off 2 jet skis, 1 ATV, and trying to catch up with Becky and Jean-Pierre as they are bearing down on this woman. And you can hear police sirens in the background shouting.
Oh, they're going to love us, aren't they?
Oh, yeah. There you go. And as this escalates, the people on the beach are starting to, get out of your way, right? The beach is empty. Something just exploded. Nobody's here anymore to have a good time. And as you're coming around a cove, you see the woman who's escaping. She heads onto this dock. She kind of does like a skid, almost Tokyo Drift with an ATV on the beach, right? Because this is how this is now. And so she's like onto this like wooden pier, and she is headed out in towards the edge at full throttle.
Oh man. Okay, so
Out into the water?
Oh yeah.
I think Tanner will head in the direction to intercept her via the water.
Okay.
And kind of set myself up to like jump a wave and like slam the jet ski right into her coming towards the pier.
Okay. So she's racing along the wood, and you're gonna try to like slam into her.
Yeah, like jump a wave and slam into her.
Okay. Give me a test.
Okay, so he's the best. It says I can take an extra action when in the water. Let's see. This action can only be 8 when. Okay. So let's see. So that's a 2 die pool, right?
Yeah.
All right, I got 1 success.
Awesome. All right. So as she's going, she's getting near the end, and you can see her. She's like doing that crouch. She's ready to jump off as it hits the water, right? She's clearly going to go in for this. And all of a sudden, you see one of your bright orange Beach Patrol jet skis, like, just majestically take sail in the air, like a flying whale, right? And it just slams into the wooden pier, shattering wood and splintering it. And you see it impact the ATV. And Tanner, like, goes over the top of the jet ski and basically tackles this woman and carries her off the other side into the water, and like this like jet ski propelled football tackle.
Nice. That's fantastic.
And
There he is, flying through the air.
They both go crashing in, and of course, dramatically, the ATV and the jet ski explode because crap like that just happens here now.
It's not
So-
good without fire.
They hit
Must
the
be
water, and
fire.
there's like a flaming pyre of beach patrol machinery and equipment on this wooden pier.
Is there like a sparkle off of the Max's sunglasses?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like the way the camera works, you're
Very
actually seeing
least.
it happen on Max's sunglasses as his face just like his mouth is just getting wider. He's like, and the big aviators are showing the image in the camera.
Oh my god!
Real cutting edge.
And the lantern jaw, obviously.
Yeah.
All right, let's pull these guys
Well,
out of the water.
let's catch up and jump off our equipment and scramble on over, make sure everyone's okay, but especially
Yeah,
All right.
likewise. So yeah, we'll do some actual lifeguarding and pull some people out of the water, right?
yeah, that's the idea. Yeah, particularly Tanner
we
because
do
he's
that
our
now?
guy,
And-
but not
and I
without
got at
letting
least
her
one-
get away.
I got at least 1-5. Yeah, I guess I'll grab her and carry her out of the water in a way that is
Do the
both
lifeguard
helpful and restraining. Yep.
All right.
He says, "The tide's out on crime."
There's no meta currency in this game for me to dock you, but it's right now, I just want you to know.
That's version 2 of Beach Patrol.
I'm
Oh
going
my
to add some
god!
sort of penalizing mechanic for terrible one-liners.
Her hate makes the Mac stronger.
And so the Max, you drag it, you do the backwards lifeguard swim, right? And you pull her up onto the beach, and Tanner's moving under his own power pretty good. He can get there without much effort.
Awesome.
And you all, Paul or the Max and Tanner collapse on the beach, breathing heavy. She's laying there, wind knocked out of her by a jet ski propelled tackle, which I assume would just cripple anybody for a few minutes there. And the May and Tanya pull up along with Becky and Jean-Pierre, or whatever his name is, the Fabio guy.
Jean-Pierre.
John Fabio, that's his name now. John Fabio.
Here.
Jean Fabio. Scratch out another old name.
It's supposed to be easier for me to say John Fabio. So, and they all kind of pull up, and you guys leap off, and you rush towards them, and they're gasping for breath on the sand.
Tanner's okay?
Yeah. You just, little physical exertion there.
Cool. Well, I'll concentrate on crowd control then because I deal well with the public. Everything's fine here, folks. Just a little kerfuffle. Back to your beach towels and your blankets and your umbrellas and your beach toys. It's all going to be fine. It's all going to be great.
The only people standing there, you suddenly realize, are men in suits.
Oh
And
god!
they're all holding like Uzis.
Oh man.
Uzis?
Like,
What? The police again? Listen, I told you guys, we have just as much jurisdiction down here as you do.
And one man walks forward, and he's got aviators, and he's wearing like a white suit with like a purple shirt, right? He's kind of got your classic Miami Vice drug kingpin look going on. And
Dear Lord.
he steps forward, and then with a thick accent, he says, "I see you've recovered my diamonds."
Do you have do you have any proof that these are your diamonds?
And you hear like 10 Uzis like ratchet and click.
Didn't the police take the diamonds?
Yeah,
I believe that's what they did.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
the
I don't
police took
think
them.
we have any diamonds, do we?
No.
That is unfortunate. I was hoping you had my property. Perhaps we can talk about this somewhere else.
Well, I'm more comfortable here, surrounded by the public and the impending police.
He points
Besides, our chair tower blew up just moments ago. You didn't have anything to do with that, did you?
Oh, I did. And he points at like an unmarked white van with no windows. He's like, "Why don't we just go there and we'll take a small drive?"
Out of the sun
Max
on a beautiful day like
says-
today.
There's surely not enough seatbelts for everybody in that vehicle. It's gonna have to be a big time no.
One of the guys takes the Uzi and like fires it into the sand, and sand sprays everywhere. I am done asking. Get in the back.
Be lifeguards, but we're not going to dip into crime.
We're also not particularly bright or threatened. Okay, guys, he seriously wants to talk. I think we should get in the van. I mean,
And what are we going to do with her? And what is
He'll be joining us.
Good point.
and what about the guys from Tower 1? John Fabio and his boss.
And
And
Becky.
Becky.
They're coming too. It'll be all right.
Black-hearted Becky.
All right. And I turned to
How big
Becky.
is this van now? 4, 5, 6,
Plus all of them.
7, plus all of you guys. 7. You're getting. This is a big passenger van, I guess, with the windows.
So they put you in the back, and it's like one of those big, full liner Ford vans, right, with the no windows on the side, and they just kind of shove you all in the back and shut it, and you realize it's been like gated off from the front.
I think I saw this earlier with free candy on the side.
And,
This is crap.
Max
I
says,
called shotgun.
Captain Kilgada just asked why Uzis. Surely they can afford better weapons, and because Uzis are the classic TV villain weapon.
Yes.
And there's no logical reason other than people think they look cool in the 80s and 90s, I guess. So here we are.
Oh my
These guys are
god.
clearly throwbacks.
It's the Zach Morris of machine guns.
And so one of the guys like starts the van. The other guy's sitting there with his Uzi. He's just looking at you all through the mesh, And you see all the other guys pile into vehicles, and you all drive off in a little convoy. And you drive for a while.
So the talking bit, she asks, there was going to be talking. We were going to be talking about something. You want to talk in private.
Yes.
Just saying.
Well, so they wait till they get to this big hotel, and they drive under the building into like the loading area, and you get out and
Are you reading the chat?
I just saw all these comments like critiquing your choosing Uzis, and I don't know how to respond to that. I'm the GM. I chose Uzis. Get over it. Like, I don't know what to say to
Is
that.
Judy being mean to your NPCs?
Awesome.
Oh my gosh.
Damn miscreants. Yeah. Oh. You can tell that this is not their normal fare.
And so you're escorted out into this under garage right below the hotel and into like a service elevator.
So as we're getting into the service elevator, is there any logos for the hotel or anything?
Yeah. It is Hotel Belfont.
Nice. Because the guys didn't search us or take anything from us while we're in, when we get out of the elevator, I switch my little walkie-talkie to like an emergency channel, and start like, "Hi, this is May. We've been kidnapped from the beach. We need help. We're in the Hotel Belfont."
There's like a click, and you hear on the radio, "Get off this emergency channel. Who is this? We don't have time for pranks from kids."
This is May Eaton with the Beach Patrol. I'm currently missing in action after the explosion at Tower 4, and we're surrounded by 1, 2, 3. They have Uzis.
And one of the guys like grabs the walkie at this point and like throws it out of the elevator. And like
I
looks-
wasn't done with that.
The Max says, that was beach property.
Tanya's muttering about we better at least get like a free hotel robe, considering that we're all standing around here, like with one piece of clothing on, no footwear.
And oh my God, it's cold.
The air conditioning, I don't like it.
So the service elevator goes up, and it goes up and up and up, and it opens into the penthouse, the top floor of the hotel, where you are ushered into that classic drug dealer kingpin hotel movie set, right? The couches are on a lower level, and they're like in a
low, all white couches, a wall of glass with a beautiful view over the bay.
Exactly, that classic 80s drug kingpin.
One goofy Japanese stick sculpture in the corner of the room or something.
Yeah. So just imagine that, right? There's like a wet bar. There's big, spacious lights, chandelier, all that good stuff. And the man who brought you here is standing there, and he's got his guys with the Uzis with him. And
what can we do to convince you gentlemen to let us get out of here? We've got work to do. We're still on the clock.
I don't think you understand. You are not leaving until I get my diamonds.
Well, talk to her. She's the one who took them.
And then the police took them from her.
Well, that's unfortunate. So how do we solve this problem? Would you like to pay me for my
I
diamonds?
could give you some intense CPR. That's a fair trade.
I can point you to the police station, which you probably could easily storm with all those guns. What could we possibly do that you couldn't?
I mean, besides look good on the beach, but
And one of the guys punches Tanner in the stomach, just doubles him over. You don't talk to the boss that way.
Oh, that was a cheap shot, you mook. Oh.
And he
Pretty easy with your boys. Big crowd of guys beating us up. It's awful.
Oh. The chat over on Twitch is calling for our deaths. I was going to say I'm going to try a insightful or perception test if possible. I want to gain information about it's perception. I want to gain information about my surroundings.
Sure, go for it.
And yes, I did get a success. I got a 5.
Well, what do you want to know?
I need areas of ingress, egress, phones, mirrors, windows, that kind of thing.
Okay, well, I don't have a super tactical readout of the key. But there's the main door. There is a whole wall of bay windows, looking out into the bay, right?
Patio?
Yeah, there's a patio. And it's right there. And there's a couple really a bedroom. You can see the door open. And there's the wet bar. And there's the big couches. And there's a whole thing. So.
Are there any giant cell phones about?
Obviously. He's got one on his hip, right? And there's one laying on the wet bar counter.
Oh, my God. That's fantastic.
I want to look over at one of the mooks and say, hey, can I use your phone? I want to use my charismatic charm to use this cell phone.
Okay. Go ahead and get a roll.
Oh, yes. 2 successes.
All right. Well, remember, this game you just need 1. Doesn't matter how many you get. It's 1 or nothing.
Awesome.
Yeah. So you were trying to get one of the mooks to give you his big blocky cell phone.
Yeah.
But you're doubled over in pain,
oh, can I use your phone?
And the extra commission, you cough up some blood, right?
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, sure.
Might need a medic.
911.
I need a medic.
Can we get medical assistance? Where are we at, guys?
And the boss is like, what are you doing? Take the phone. He's like, oh, sorry, boss. He grabs the phone from you.
That'd be Mook number 7 or something.
All right. So how about this? I say, which one's the boss?
The big guy with the glasses and the purple shirt.
Do we call you boss, or
he's not the weird? Jackal, is he?
He is.
You're the Jackal.
He's the Jackal, and that's what he says. You can call
Someone
him.
I thought the Jackal was a desert dog.
All right, Jackal. How about this? How about you let us, the 4 of us go? The 6 of us go. The lifeguard types. We'll use our exceedingly voluptuous comrades and infiltrate the police to get your diamonds back.
I imagine you point at Max with that.
With Max, and then with Becky, and and Tanya, and I'm like, all right, so we infiltrate the police, get your diamonds back, and for collateral, you keep her. And I point to the one that we tackled on the beach.
Who's the real instigator of all this difficulty?
The Max says, that's a very fair suggestion.
I agree, and her incompetence should be punished.
And he's like, you expect me to believe that your plan is to seduce your way into a police station and walk out with $1 million worth of illegal diamonds?
Have you
Hold
seen
on.
these
Max flexes his pecs one at a time. Yeah.
No, this is unacceptable. And he points at one of the men who grabs Jean Fabio by his Fabio-esque hair and like throws him off the balcony.
Hit him with a goose. That's serious.
Is there any chance to catch him before he falls completely?
You know what? Give me a roll. You're caught by surprise, so you're going to have disadvantage. So you only get 1 die.
Oh my
But you
goodness!
can also make it a slow mo.
But I have
Automatically succeed.
to twice an episode ignore disadvantage or grant that to an ally who can hear me.
Oh, damn.
So I'll cheer him. You can do it. Take it. Take normal roll.
And I go slow mo, which will allow me.
If you're going slow mo, you don't even have to roll dice. You just
Awesome.
do it.
Let's do it.
So you see him grab Fabio by the hair, and of course the hair moves in slow mo. Right? And they throw Fabio off the balcony, and as he's like, ah, you like leap forward and like reach out and grab him by the hair, I guess, because we're just gonna go with this hair thing. and
So long and
can I
luxurious.
swing him to the balcony below us?
sure, yeah. So you like swing him to the balcony below you, and he like subs into it.
Does he lose some hair?
And what?
Does he lose some hair? He's got like a bald spot right where the crown.
Sure. Yep. Man, the chat really wants people to die. What is that?
It's a thing. So most of these guys watch us on Fridays where we play take major sci-fi writers and we play old school D&D.
Okay.
So they're constantly calling for us to be lit on fire, thrown across rivers, eaten by dragons.
Sure. Okay.
So
It's their hallmark attribute.
This isn't that kind of game.
The thirst for blood.
Not going
So
to
the Max is going to take advantage of this moment of chaos and panic, and he's going to make a grab for the boss to try to put him in a lifeguard chokehold and use him kind of as a human shield.
I don't think that's the thing. I don't think there's a lifeguard chokehold. I don't.
That's what everyone tells the Max, but he does not believe it.
Okay. Sure. Go for it. Roll dice. 2 dice.
and upper airway preservation restraint.
Yeah. He also, I think,
That's a
has physical thing. He gets a bonus. He gets advantage when he's using strength. It's
Sure.
strong. Yeah, he's strong. There we
Go
go.
for it.
You're a
I'm
brawler.
gonna roll 3 dice,
Okay.
and I got at least 1 6, so I'm not even gonna roll the other ones.
All right. So you leap forward, and grab the jackal, and put him in a chokehold, and the guard's like, "What?" Like
The jackal says,
Oh, go ahead.
the Max says, "Go ahead, Uzi your boss. See what happens then."
And he's like, so he's restrained, and he's, that would kill you too.
The Max says, "The Max will never die."
And the Max can't see this, but the 3 of you in front, the jackal's like aviators have become, discombobulated, and you can see his eyes, and he looks very confused by that statement. He's a little shocked by what's happening here.
All right, so
he's not expecting this.
So all the rest of you, put down your machine guns, and or your boss flies off the balcony too.
And the jackal looks at the guards. He's, shoot one of them so they stop. and
In
the
which
guard,
case, Tanya will go try to go hand to hand with whoever lifts their gun first.
okay. All right. So go ahead.
She's successful in spades.
So one of
And
the guys.
she also gets advantage when making unarmed attacks.
All right.
So she'll just go to knock the gun down towards the floor.
So he brings up the Uzi, and why don't we actually have you knock it up?
Sure, we'll knock it up.
So Tanya like knocks it up,
Especially if there's a chandelier or like a mirrored ceiling. That would make more sense.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It goes
At the
off,
last minute, she glances up and goes, "No, I think."
and the mirror on the ceiling shatters and begins to rain down shards of mirror. And at that point, Becky turns around and hauls off and decks one of the guards.
The Max should kind of throw the boss off the roof, and so that he's hanging there, and everybody, all his boys, are forced to grab him.
Yeah, okay. I will totally use up my slow-mo moment for that to try to the Max grabs the boss.
Okay.
I really don't think he'd even attempt that. Actually, can I slow-mo moment to throw the jackal at the guard so we can make a break for it?
So you
that sounds better.
you do the full body press lift.
Yeah. And he goes, official lifeguard throw.
And the Max is strong, so this is kind of like bench pressing one of your rescue cans, the little floating.
Right.
They're just like, huh, ha! And the jackal goes flying through the air into two of the guards, and they go all clattering down and slide against the wet bar with heavy thuds.
Let's take a run for
We
it.
gotta go
Yeah.
now.
And I'll Tanner will tell the guard the thug that gave him the cell phone, "Hey buddy, cover her back, will you?" And he'll use his charisma to try to. I got access.
That's awesome.
I got success.
All right. So I gotcha. And he tosses you an Uzi. He starts backing up towards the door.
Yeah. Hey guys, let's get out of here.
Oh my god.
Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
And so you all take off down the hallway.
I'll buy you a beer.
Yeah.
See ya.
You can hear yelling inside the main penthouse room as the jackal is getting to his feet and yelling for his guards to chase you.
Should we take the stairs? That's
Yeah,
gonna be
I
rough.
think so.
Stairs. Well, stairs go down one level and then take the elevator from there. And then we can
Cool.
watch to see if they take the elevator. We can let them go by.
So you run and do a skid and run down the stairs. And just as the last of you, we'll say Tanner's at the back. Just as Tanner ducks through the door, you hear and bullets start pinging down the hallway.
Oh, that's not good.
Uh-oh. Yeah, it's not good at all.
And you can hear guards running after you. And so you
Tanya's going to start checking doorknobs as we run down the hall. First open one, she's bolting through and waving everyone in with her.
So you actually, there's a door knob that's rattling up ahead, and you rush up and you throw it open, and the door slams into John Fabio's face. And his nose just sprays blood everywhere as he jerks backwards. He's having a rough day.
I'll push him ahead and say, "We're not done yet."
And so you
Push him back into
rush into this hotel room.
Poor Jean Fabio.
You all rush into this hotel room and I assume shut the door behind you.
We'll shut the door behind, lock it, and jam a nice sturdy hotel chair up underneath the knob until we can catch our breath.
Sure, sturdy is what people describe hotel furniture as.
Just to sturdy it up, the Max will also press himself up against the door, kind of oblivious to the fact that if they shoot through the door, that, But again, the Max will never die.
Looking sturdy, Max. Looking sturdy.
All right. You can hear footsteps running, and you hear the jackal yelling directions at his men, and you can hear doors being kicked open and screams. And they're getting closer to your room.
Does it sound like they're knocking on each door?
No, they're kicking them open.
We should hide in the bathroom.
Yeah, because nobody gets caught in there.
You are on the 13th story. We'll see.
Or we could hang from the balcony.
Oh, yeah, can we jump down to another balcony?
You want to do the running jump to a balcony? We'll say the hotel is one of those resort ones, so it's got that U shape.
Yeah.
Like the
Well, if we're
courtyard.
going to do that, we should just head for the ground floor on the Olympic deep end swimming pool.
Boom.
Oh.
I did 2 actions in water, so.
All right, so everybody give me a test. I'm going to give it to you with advantage because this is pretty cool. So everybody roll 3 dice.
All right.
Threaten us with a good time.
Not a problem, sir.
Yes. One success.
Okay.
All
I
you
got
need.
one. That third dice was it. Okay.
So everybody,
I would have held your hand on the way down, man. And
Tanner got
speared
all
you.
failures.
Tanner, did you get him?
No, he failed.
No.
Oh,
So,
no.
This
Calypso,
is too high, guys. This is too high.
Calypso and May like go off first and right. It's like the classic movie free fall. And somebody kicks the door and Max is like jerked forward for a minute, and you can hear they're in here. And in dramatic, Max runs towards the balcony, and Tanner's like, "It's too high! It's too high!" And as he goes, he just like pushes Tanner off the balcony. Tanner, you're gonna belly flop,
Oh.
and so you're gonna take 2 damage from a 13-story belly flop.
Oh, that's
How-
so low.
How's the splash?
It's magnificent. You would have won every contest in the book.
Probably cracked the pool, too.
Probably cracked a rib is what he did.
Ow.
And so the Max, leaps off the balcony right as the door blows open, and a guy skids in, and he's of course wearing a pastel suit, and so fires his Uzi, and bullets whiz past Max as he starts falling. And you see a bunch of these guys rush to the balcony, and they look down, but they are not about to fire their Uzis down into like the populated area down there.
Oh, really? Boy, so they do have restraint. Well, we'll have to keep that in mind then, won't we?
When we come out of the pool, are there like tons of people with like really bad hair and like big 80s hair and stuff like that? And like
Obviously.
women on the giant box cell phones?
Yeah, well, like there's somebody with a boombox, and they've got those classic 80s exercise pants, and there's like a group doing yoga or something.
Crocheted bikinis, no doubt.
Oh,
Right,
God.
and-
He's all red because he belly flopped. He's like, "Hey, ladies."
He looks like a lobster.
I've had some quality sun time today.
You've been punched in the stomach. You broke a rib from that belly flop. You're all red, maybe coughing a little more blood now.
You're right. He's trying to be cool.
Hey, ladies. And you can hear sirens.
All right.
Saved by the bell.
We climb out of the pool and they're like, official lifeguard business.
And looking for a break in a hedge where we can quietly slip out of view and back to the beach, because that's where the real action is.
All right. So as you exit out, Tanner holding his side and kind of maybe limping a little bit.
We got to get him some medical attention.
You see police like storm inside the front of the hotel, because you kind of sneak around to the front. You can see them have pulled up and they storm in as you're like sneaking away. Why don't you all give me a perception test?
Ooh, I get advantage on that one.
I get it.
Ooh.
He doesn't see
Not
anything.
here.
Tanner doesn't see anything. He's too busy like, I hurt everything.
I need a hospital.
Tanya's helping Tanner. She's got a...
Yeah. So the two, so Max and May passed, right?
Absolutely.
So you see the jackal sneaking out the door past the police. They don't seem to notice him.
I'll walk up to one of the cops.
Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Hello. You
So,
can't be here. You need to vacate the area.
so here's the thing. He needs medical attention
I do.
because we just jumped from there into the pool and he belly flopped. Because you see that guy right there? He's an infamous drug dealer who attempted to kidnap us because you're...
Does Tanner still have his Uzi?
He does. It's strapped around his side.
It's like leaking water from the barrel, probably, because it went in the pool.
Yeah.
And the cop looks at you and sees the Uzi.
He goes, May says, we had to take that from him because they were shooting at us. You can take it back. We totally,
He's like,
you don't need
grabbing
an
his
Uzi on the
stomach and
beach.
looking up.
Tell him that he's the guy who owns the diamonds, which you guys have, not us.
You know the beach explosion from this morning? That guy.
And they kind of look. And one of the cops takes the Uzi from Tanner, like immediately. Like, that's just not staying where it is.
Doesn't go good with the board shorts.
And then the
Poor Tanner.
two of the cops like pounce on the Jackal. And
Yeah.
they do the police like head stuff into the back of the car, right? And
As he's driving away, can we do like one of those? Like
he's glaring out the back at you. And you get a sense of one of those "I'll be back" moments, right? I'll get you kids and your
and your dog too.
right. And it's a week later. Tanner's bandaged. He's basically been relieved of a tower. He's only on tower duty. A makeshift tower has been constructed while Tower 4 is being rebuilt.
Could you imagine the farmer's tan from that bandage?
Becky has just been awarded her third Beach Medal of Honor or Valor. I don't know.
Becky.
For capturing the notorious Jackal and helping rescue hostages.
Well, I don't feel quite so bad about Fabio's nose now.
She's been awarded again, and she thanks you all in her speech. Obviously,
the little people.
Honorable mention.
What?
At least we get an honorable mention.
And she's very much like, they did all the work. I was along for the ride, and people are like, no, you're just being modest. Here's an award.
Yeah.
Yeah, you suck.
She'll always be Black Becky in my mind.
And
Bam blam.
And our little movie pilot episode series ends with all of Tower 4 having a beach barbecue one day, drinking beer and hanging out and laughing.
This is where we all get up and do the twist, right?
None
My
of you are gonna do it like that, Dale.
No, I'm sorry. It's best I can sum it up.
Where's that mechanic that takes points again?
Right? But yeah, so there we are.
Awesome. Hey, real quick, for those who want to check out even more greatness from Gallant Knight Games, you currently have a Kickstarter running.
We do. We have. We're partnered with Biohazard Games, producing a new edition of Blue Planet, which is a classic science fiction RPG set in a water world. And so Gallant Knight Games is serving as the publisher and distributor and like kind of project managers and stuff. And so, it's already funded. It's hard sci-fi with a water world, so it's a lot of fun. You're gonna love it. So you should go check it out.
Right on. Now, is this using Tiny D6 as well?
Nope. This is a new edition of the system from the first from second edition Blue Planet.
Right on.
Revised, modernized, updated.
Is this kind of like that Roy Scheider deep sea kind of TV show from the 80s? God, I can't remember it now.
Sequest.
Sequest.
Nah, I mean, so there's an 80-page free quick start on Drive-Thru RPG. It's also linked from the campaign page.
Oh, right on.
Oh, nice.
So you can totally check that out, and that'll probably answer your questions better than I could.
Right on. And there's a link right there up on the screen.
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Nice.
And right now we're looking at, if I can get my screen to cooperate, we're looking at 22 days to go. And yeah, you guys are kicking ass on this thing.
Yeah, it's going really well. So
what kind of stretch goals do you have, if any, Alan?
We've added more content, more art, more maps,
Okay.
lots of stuff kind of like that.
The art looks really nice, actually.
Super nice, yeah.
You can play an orca with a laser. So
Yes!
Whips as well.
what's
Nice.
not to love?
Oh my God, that's fantastic.
Seriously, uplifted animals are the best.
Yep. So there's some there's like stretch goals for adventures. We added a slip case, so it's going to be
right on.
a slip case if you get the $100.
Oh, that's always a nice thing. Yeah.
Web apps that are set in the world, in the universe, things like that.
Cool.
Oh, so like you can link
Nice.
from the book to like applications that will help you play, or
More like there's web apps for resources. So because it's hard science fiction, there's like articles about ocean life, things like that, so you can structure your game. There's going to be like an in-universe calendar webpage where you can check the dates of things and stuff like that. So
Very
Oh,
neat.
that's fantastic. Hey, thanks for coming on and running this game. This has been awesome.
Oh, it was my pleasure. I had a blast.
Oh, yeah, man. This is so Beach Patrol. Find it on Drive Through RPG. Can they go to your website direct and get it?
Yeah, you can go to shop.gallantnightgames.com.
Oh, right on. That's awesome.
It'll be there too.
Well, folks, thanks for coming out and sharing a little bit of dice time with us during our lunch. We hope to come back next week with a little more trouble, a little less cheese, and hopefully a whole lot of fun. Thanks for coming out to the Band Podcast.